Hello, my name is Firiniel and welcome back to another build tour video. This build tour today is actually a little bit different to how I normally do them. And as you may have seen from the title of this video, this is one house, three ways. So we're here in a starter base game build. And so the idea of this is I've taken this same house and built base game starter, a base game only, which was base game but no budget, and then a every pack build with no budget. So the idea being that I just wanted to see what I could do given the same house and a few limitations um, on a build. So we're going to start off by looking at the base game starter. Um, some general rules for this that I set for myself was that the front of the actual house had to look the same. So you'll notice things like fences change and like plants and stuff might change, but plants would change anyway, so that's fine. And the fences later on they're kind of hedge fences, so it could have grown up around this fence anyway. But the front of the house stays almost exactly the same. I do change the front doors just because I wanted a way to mark which one was which, but otherwise the outside of the house is exactly the same, and also the floor plans stay pretty much the same. The bathroom does get two tiles bigger at one in, I think. I can't remember if it's base game, no budget, or if it's the every pack build, but the floor plan generally stays the same. So yeah, so that's that. I will type up the rules that I've got and stuff maybe and put them in the description below rather than go through them now because they're quite heady and there's a lot. And we're here for a build tour. So let's tour the base game starter pack. So if I show you real quick, I just moved Tony in. She has 82 simoleons left and she's leaving the building. Hello? Goodbye. Okay. Well, she can't burn down the kitchen over there, so that's always good. So yeah, she has 82 simoleons left. So that factors into account the cost of the land into this build. So the actual build is only something like 18,500 simoleons ish or whatever because you have to buy the land as well. So yeah. Um having said all that, let's check it out. So um yeah, so this is base game and with the budget of 20,000. Well, 18 and a half, I suppose. But you walk into so it's very, very, very simple because, well, I only had base game and had a very limited budget. So you have sitting room slash lounge room, no TV because TVs are expensive, but you do have this lovely artwork to look at. So it's not all bad. Um, and yeah, so you get like matching couches. You have a flamingo up there to keep you happy, which I love the flamingo. He's cute. And you get like a rug, and it's simple, but it's my ethos, I guess, when it comes to starter homes is it's you don't yet know what your sim is going to do. Really, I mean, you might have like a fully hashed out plan for them, but it will still develop kind of based on what your gameplay does. So yes, a starter house for your Sims needs to have all the basics and stuff in it, but I like to leave mine fairly bare in that. So as my Sims kind of grow and develop, and that as I'm telling a story or playing the game with them, bits of their personality kind of start to reflect onto their houses. So that's that's my state of mind, if you will, when I'm building a starter house, no matter what. So it is very empty, both out of again necessity because $20,000 is not a lot. So this is to furnish a house, and this is a house kind of in mind of a single sim, maybe a couple. So I went for that 20,000 limit. Obviously, it's a little bit more if you have more sims playing, but um, yeah. So these are base game kitchen, base game fridge, base game stove. Oh no, the welcome wagon's here. Go away. No one's home. I can see them out there. And then through this door, I have a very simple back patio where you can see whatever the heck, a bit of that park nature area, and you have a tree. So don't say I don't give you nothing. You have a tree with some flowers. And you have a bin. You have an outside bin. Did I do an inside bin? I did an inside bin. Yeah, I'm good. I don't know why that table's all the way over there. That's an interesting choice. I think I changed that later. Never mind. Never mind. I'm getting my houses confused. I've spent all ages doing these 3 houses, and they're all kind of merged into one in my head. But then if we head upstairs, we greeted with 2 doors and a little landing area that's being used as a sitting area with a bookcase and a desk that doesn't have a computer because, again, a computer is expensive. But it might be just one of your first purchases if you were to move a sim in here. The door straight ahead of us leads to the bathroom. It's very, very nice, very functional, kind of a bit boring, but again, base game, 20,000 simoleons. And then in here, we have the world's simplest, barest bedroom because I think I did this room last and ran out of money. But it's functional. It's got this bed. Of all the base game beds, my goodness, base game beds suck. You'll probably notice that in the next build when we go to base game no budget. Oh my goodness, base game beds suck. This is actually my favorite base game bed, but it's the suckiest bed of them all. So go figure. And yeah, so that is the base game starter.
Hello, boy. Mishka
Hello.
Froms. Tuuni Kanev.
Mm.
Gupnauzin and Yap.
I'm going to need you all to leave. There's some heavy construction that's about to start here.
Happyam Evanage.
Oh my god, that worked.
Awesome.
Awesome. Okay, so we're just going to get over here and we're going to tab out of that. And I'm going to pause and I'm just going to give our girl heap of money so she can afford the other 2 builds. I wanted to leave her money at the original amount so you could see that this was definitely a base game starter. Although I suppose I could have cheated that, but I didn't, I swear. So then we're going to go into build mode real quick, and you're just going to have to... I'm going to do a cut, and when we come back, we will have the base game... Oh, look at the butterflies. We'll have the base game no budget. Okay, so here we are. We're back. This is the base game only build, but it's not a starter anymore. It has no budget. I was able to go as nuts as I wanted to. So I think the total budget for this particular one ended up being about between 80 and 90,000 simoleons, bearing in mind it is a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, fairly small modern house. But yeah, let's jump into it. Before we jump into it, you can see we've got the hedge fence line going on. We've got some more plants and bushes going on, and it kind of is starting to look a little more lived in than it was in just the starter house. Nothing beats the feeling of Christian that, yeah, sure, you like video gaming. You jumped me out of my perfect segue there, Tony. And we have a different door as well. So this door is a little more muted, a little more, fancy. But I mean, I loved the green door on the base game starter, but because it was getting so confusing for me, I needed the ability to tell the houses apart. This is before I decided to change that it was okay to change the fences and stuff. So, but it stayed. So let's check out inside. A little high. So immediately there's a lot more going on in here. The stairs have changed. We have light switches. And then so your lounge room now looks actually a lot more like a lounge room. There's actually a TV. There's a guitar. There's a coffee table. It's only 2 couches, but that's okay. That works. They're nicer couches. Got a clock. You've got some curtains. So those are just base game curtains, and then the basic shelf that is super, super useful for everything. I just sized those down so that it looked like a rail, and I think it worked really well. Again, this one just looks so much more finished. Like the base game starter is a great starting point. It's in the name. It's a starter. But this looks more complete as a house to me. And it has an extra window there and also an extra couple of windows up there. But I felt that stayed true to the house, and I would have done that on the starter. Had I not? I think I actually deleted the windows I put down so that I could fit something else in. So, and it's still obviously it's a modern build. It's you can kind of tell. I think at least you can tell it's the same house, and it's just I don't know further on in its life, or maybe earlier on in its life before they went broke, or I don't know. But um, I'm really really pleased with how this turned out. So of course we have the industrial style kitchen counters going on. We also have some stuff actually happening on the counters. Get some pots, you've got some stirring devices, you got some knives. I have a range hood. I don't think that happened in the starter one. Much better sink, much better fridge, better stovetop. Our bin has moved over here and we've gained a few extra counters so we can actually have room for a coffee pot and like a pantry and a microwave now. So our kitchen's a little more useful. Pay no attention to the missing chair. There are supposed to be 4 chairs here, but I don't know. One's in the abyss. And so yeah, you've got your little dining table here against the pole, and it's lovely. And then if we come through here, we have the outside areas. We have a barbecue now, and we've got some lighting out here, although I think we had the ceiling light before. Slightly nicer out here, but again, base game like is lacking in a lot of areas. The outdoor furniture, my goodness, the outdoor furniture sucks. So we've got these normal dining chairs that I thought would work, and then the really expensive round table. This thing is like $3,000 or something. It's ridiculous, but it's the most kind of normal looking round table, at least in base game. So yeah. We've got a pot with some plants growing. It's a base game pot that matches this table and chair set and everything, but I thought it was nice. We now have a bird bath. Exciting stuff, moving up in the world. And we have like some planters, some little details on the wall, garden beds, a hose to water the garden beds. We got an archway and a fancy gate, and obviously our fancier hedges going on now. And yeah, so it's just a lot lovelier out here. We also have a nicer floor than we did in the other one, and potentially tiles in the kitchen. Hi, Tony. So yeah, and on this one we have a giraffe because why not? I found the giraffe and I could afford the giraffe, so now we've got the giraffe. Coming upstairs, we have a gallery wall with all the people and some old patents and stuff. And then up here, it ceases to be like a sitting area with a bookcase. It's still a bookcase, but it's more of a desk where you can sit and gaze out at your dominion and your giraffe. You've got some blueprints. So you're planning to build a rocket so you can launch off into space. Maybe leave a giraffe on Mars to confuse everyone. And you've got an easel over in the corner there for if you want to do some easeling. This is, yes, so the bathroom has changed now. Previously, it was 2 tiles back from this little corner here, but I moved it out too, so that we could have the vanishing tub shower. So in live mode, hang on, so you can see it does actually appear. It does exist. It exists. It's real. And Sims can use this still. It works and everything, but it just doesn't want to appear in in this tab. Okay, I take it back. I tried so many times in practice for this to get that to freaking appear. Oh, maybe because I was on the wrong level because I tabbed to the top level. I don't know. I learned something today. But anyway, so you can see how it's supposed to look now, which is exciting. So your sim can actually step across that little half wall there and use it, and it just looks a lot tidier than the base game tub shower thing does. So again, you gain some more stuff in here. You've got a couple of towels, some lights, and robes, nicer sink with toothbrush and all that sort of stuff, wicker thing, shower, dealio. Oop, sorry. And then if we go back out this way, past the bookshelf, past the llamas, past that, and in here, this is the base game bedroom. So again, it's not as done as I would like, but that's, and again, you'll notice, as I said, base game beds suck. None of the base game beds were modern, and so because I picked a modern aesthetic when I was doing the starter version of this, I was like, well, I need to stick with the modern aesthetic, and then I end up with like a church bed looking thing. And anyway, so that was the best option for the bed, and I was sort of like, I could leave it as like the really cheap bed, but that kind of didn't make sense for a house that didn't technically have a budget. So I put a better bed in. I'm not happy about it. I would have preferred the really basic kind of terrible bed, but whatevs, no biggie. And yeah, and you've got some little details on your bedside tables now, and it just looks a whole lot more lived in than the base game starter did. And again, that's okay because the starter, you're starting out. Um, how many times have I said that so far in this episode? And how many times do you think I will say it before the end of the episode? Block in your guesses in the comments down below right now. Then turn around 3 times and you'll have good luck. I'm kidding. I mean, well, like it anyway, but I'm kidding about the good luck. I don't have that power. So yeah, we're going to do another cut and we'll be back with the every pack build. Okay, so here we are. Tony's just going inside her brand new lovely glow up home. As you can see, the door is different again. This door is made with a Get Famous door and just 2 windows, potentially Get Famous windows actually, just sort of stacked on top of each other because I wanted to keep that window door look, but I couldn't find another door that I liked. And at this point, I was set on having a different door on the front of each one. But anyway, past Fern is funny. So as you can see again, the yard has changed a little bit. So we've got a different gate. We've got, I don't think we've actually got any extra plants going on there, but you can see maybe a little hint of something going on in the backyard, but we'll get to that eventually. I love your dress. Hi. So let's head in. So again, this one is the every pack. So I say every pack, I don't actually own every pack currently. I'm still missing a couple of game packs and a lot of kits and stuff like that. But I have all the expansion packs and all that sort of stuff. When I refer to this as an every pack build, every pack that I own is implied. So let's go inside. Oh no, we're too tall. We grew like 6 feet that day. And then we come in, and again, it's like massive glow up. Ignore the roof. The roofs are not painted because that circular thing just would not paint, and I would just refuse to get rid of it. We have a different railing. We have some detail on the wall here that I don't think we had before. Though we might have had before. I don't remember. Oh, we're watching a horror movie. So this is the lounge room now. We've got some mismatched couches going on. Have some much nicer curtains. We've got some little knickknacks around the place. Lots of plants. Plants is the main difference in this one because suddenly I actually have plants. Base game has all of 3. So yeah, it's just again, more lived in, more lovely. We have a peacock up on our little stage this time because this is the ritzy one. And then over here, this is our dining room. Got a lovely little pendant light above it. Got a little station where we could drop all the stuff that we need to drop. So your phone, your keys, some coins, receipts, and all that sort of stuff, as well as some incense. Again, the dining room. Lovely kitchen from the kitchen cooking home chef hustle kit. Obsessed with these counters and everything actually. I think since that kit has come out, I honestly don't think I've used any other kitchen counters and stuff in a build, with the exception of my Let's Play where I did use cottagey themed ones, but that was a cottagey themed house. Every other build, pretty sure these counters in some description. So they're so lovely, and they're so, I love that they've got the lights and it. I love them. I could talk about how much I love them for ages, but so we have some of the same sort of beats. We've still got the knives, we've got pans, but in a different color. And the layout is the same. I did try to keep things in the same spot as much as I could. And again, we've got like dish drying rack, we've got, paper towel, mortar and pestle, and then over here we have a kettle. Yay! Instead of a drip coffee machine, we have a proper kettle, so we can have tea as well. And a microwave. Your dishwasher's over there because it would not go anywhere over here. I wanted it to go in that end one. It's like a 3/4 tile thing anyway, which that is. It should fit in the end one. That would have been the perfect spot for it, but no, you can't have nice things. Then you've got like a pantry going on, and then bin. Oh, and notice the bin this time actually has like a bag on the inside of it because I have get to work. So you can put the get to work bin in it and raise it up a couple of times. And so it looks like an actual bin with a bin bag in it rather than just an abyss to the unknown. And then outside, we have a much, much lovelier space. So we have a built-in barbecue this time. We've got somewhere lovely to sit. We've got this lovely fountain, again, with somewhere to sit in front of the fountain, so you can sit there and like do the thing where you like traipse your hand through the water and stare longingly off into the distance. And it's just lovely. It feels really nice out here. And then if we come over this way, we now have a bike for fun, and some barrels. We still have the garden beds. We have a birdhouse. Don't know if this one actually gets birds though, but and then we have some more plants under this same tree. So the tree's the same, and a slightly nicer. Oh, we've gone to sleep. A slightly nicer bird bath this time. We did not sleep for very long. And then we now have 2 bins. I forgot to put the extra bin on the mid-range, on the base game, no budget. But we now have this lovely trellis over our bins to sort of, I don't know, just make taking the rubbish out a little bit nicer. Sometimes you just need just a little bit of it when you're doing your household chores. And then if we go back inside, look at that. It's so lovely. Oh, and we've got the picture TV instead of like TV on the wall, which is lovely. I'm obsessed with that TV. Again, I don't think I've used another TV since this TV came out. It's just that good. We got some mail. Our gallery wall this time is some maps and just more modern kind of stuff than it was in the previous one. And then up here, we have a desk and a little place to sit, our little peacock friend, and a fan now, as well as this lovely little palm tree dealio. I love this railing over here, actually. It's my favorite. And you get your bookshelf, little pot there, and then we go into the bathroom. So again, the bathroom is exactly the same as the base game mid-range was. I didn't go back and change it for the starter because it would have been too long and skinny a bathroom with just the shower and stuff, and I definitely couldn't afford to put a tub in as well. So it is what it is. But now we have this lovely little like 2-roomed bathroom kind of thing with like a wet area and then like a toilet area. It's not the right word, but you got your toothbrush again. You've got the fancy bidet toilet, a little hovering sink. But I actually meant to come back and put like a little hamper underneath, but I forgot. But it looks nice without it. It's nice and clean. So forget I said that. Ignore. Shh. And then if we go through the glass door into the wet area, you have a standalone tub, which would be a nightmare to clean in real life, but in The Sims is lovely and looks amazing. And a little handheld shower that's affixed to the wall. And with a little mirror that we don't appear in because we're a vampire in this world. As well as like some plants and some just face washes and scrubby stuffs. So it's really lovely in here. And while you go to the bathroom, you can look at outer space. And yeah, it's just really lovely. Like I think I just said this, but this is my favorite version. And I guess it rightly should be the amount of money you spend on packs. You should really, really, really like what they give you. Get the little gallery wall thing going on over here. And then in the bedroom, we have shifted a little bit over onto this wall just so that we could get things to fit a bit better. But it's so lovely and luxe and luxurious. And it has this bed in it. And a lovely little place to sit underneath a plant. So you can water it, then sit underneath it, and then get like a little shower. And now your bed is orientated so that you kind of look at the neighbor's house. Or probably more accurately, oh, no, you could look straight into the neighbor's kitchen. Again, you could build this on a different lot. This is just where I happened to build it. And then after that, I needed to keep the lot the same for continuity. But yes, that's the bedroom. And then, yeah, you just come back out and it's just, I don't know, it's just such a glow, such a change from the base game starter and the base game only. Like, it's such a change, all the extra packs and stuff. And say what you will about like how little they give you in a pack and all that sort of stuff, but it's really fun, and that's what games should be. They're fun, and they're entertainment, literally. And I had so much fun building this. And I mean, I had fun building the starter home. I love building starter homes because I love the challenge of trying to get everything that I need in under 20,000 simoleons. But I also love just being able to just go completely nuts and um, just create something with whatever the heck I want because I can. Um, Oh, is that where we had a short sleep before? So if you haven't watched one of my videos before, this is Tony. Tony never sleeps in her assigned bed. Although, granted, I didn't assign them, but she will not sleep in a bed. She will sleep anywhere but. She'll go sleep in her child's bed if her child's bed is available before she will sleep in her own bed. In fact, she is also the sim that will repeatedly get told to go to bed and then get out of bed to go pass out and then get back into bed again because she's really tired. And she's fun. I love Tony. Like, look at that hair. I'm going to have hair like that one day. One day. Anywho, so that's the end of this video. I hope you liked it. All three of these builds will very shortly be up on the gallery. I'm about to go do that now. And I will make sure that I have the description of kind of a challenge. It's a me challenge, but if you want to do this as well and do your own base game no budget, and every pack build, I would love to see them. So if you tag them with One House Three Ways and maybe also Firiniel, because it's probably a little more unique than One House Three Ways. I don't know. I didn't actually research that hashtag, but I would love to, love to, love to see them. So make sure you do that and let me know if you do that, because I'd love to go search them out and see them all. And yeah, it'd be super exciting. But that is it for this tour. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the sort of something different of doing the same house in 3 different ways. And yeah, let me know what you think. Leave a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new so that you know when new content like this goes live. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!